Hi guys, Omar with Overlanding Just Cause, and in this video, this is the Etaker F1000. It was sent to me. It has everything I need to install it, and it is going in the Bronco. Packaged very nicely. Again, Etaker F1000 alternator and solar charger. So DC to DC type charger. This is where the power from the starter battery goes. Solar panel. This is if I want to charge some other type of battery. And then this one is for the Etaker battery itself. So specifically for this company's external battery. Nicely made aluminum. On the outside, this thing can charge 1,000 watts, up to 500 from your vehicle, and up to 500 from solar panels if you had 500 watts of solar available. Yeah, let's get to work. It comes with everything else that you want to, or that you'll need to install. So for example, the wires, positive, negative, already loomed, so that's nice. A 60 amp fuse that would go right after the starter battery, and then this is for you to connect whatever else you might want. So you could do solar panels or another type of external battery, and it also comes with more terminals and heat shrink, which is nice. Very nice addition, and packaged very nicely. All right, so first things first, let's figure out how we're gonna run this through the firewall. That's probably gonna be the hardest part. All right, so this is what I've got so far. I've got it going through here, through this grommet right here, where my finger just was. On the Bronco, you have a very special, so right there is the grommet. I slid it in. You can actually pop this grommet out, put the wire through it, and then pop it back in, a rubber piece. But I have it coming down right into this piece right here, coming across, and then you see it cutting in right here, straight to the back. I am going to place the actual Etaker F1000 right there. I even have the rest of the cord coiled up. All right, so let me show you what I've got so far. I disconnected the negative, because now I'm starting to connect wires. So I've got the positive there, got the negative right here. That's the last piece, but again, grommet right up here is pretty high on the Bronco, which is really nice. It comes down, you see where it exits out, and then I've connected the Etaker right there. Actually, I'm gonna try to fix it a little bit. Now I can see the power. I could turn it on and off manually without having, not being able to see what's going on. I can see the lights and the indicators. I'll put some double-sided tape on both ends, that way it doesn't slide anywhere, but this is fine. There's nothing that's gonna cover it up or keep it from overheating. The fan will be able to go off, and yeah, plenty of space here. Let me go ahead and connect the negative. All right, so that is that. Now, there's one thing left in this equation. I have the vehicle, I have it installed, I have the DC to DC charger, the Etaker F1000. Now I need a power source. So Etaker also sent me, this is their small power station. It's the 300. Let me pull it out. Look at that, 5 kids of charging methods. No, I'm serious. 5 kids of charging methods. Huh. Etaker 300. Very nice. It has 2 120 AC, a bunch of USB, 1 USB-C, and a 12 volts. It also comes with its power cord, which we're gonna connect to the DC to DC charge, but I gotta figure out how. I can't unless this bad boy, no, and this is a 12 volt to 12 volt, so that's not gonna help me. So how am I supposed to charge this little guy with that? I do have another power station. It's not an Etaker, but let's see if we could use it. All right, let's see if it actually is charging it. And it is indeed actually charging it. I'm at 100% right now, so it's gonna stop charging at 100%. But the fact that it's on, I didn't even have to turn it on. So the Etaker is working with the EcoFlow. It is charging it. But let's put it to another test. Man, I am sweating like a pig. All right, so here's what we got. The AppyCool fridge. I've had this fridge for years, but you can see there I just turned it on. It's been in the garage for a couple of days. 87 degrees to start it off. I'll come out tomorrow. Janice has to work tomorrow, so the Bronco will be gone all day long. And I'll check it in the morning. I'll check it when we get back, and just to see if the DC to DC charger, the Etaker F1000, is actually doing its job of charging that EcoFlow power station while it's driving. I would have loved the Etaker M2000. So Etaker, when you're watching this, please send it to me, because I want to connect it to the Etaker F1000. I want to have it connected to the Bronco full time. This little guy right here, it's nice to have. I'm sure I'll use it when we go camping and for the tent inside. I mean, it's small, it's lightweight, it has a flashlight on the back. This thing will definitely come in handy to charge up phones and my cameras and drones and things like that. But to keep it in the vehicle, to have it connected to a DC to DC charger, to have a full-time fridge, it's not gonna be enough. So send me the M2000. It's been 2 days and the Etaker has been charging the EcoFlow. Now, after the very first night and into morning, I checked the EcoFlow and it was at 4%, meaning that the refrigerator drained, just running the whole night, drained the battery. Well, she turned the vehicle on that next morning when it was at 4% and drove to work, and then left it parked for another 12 hours. She had a 12-hour shift. So at that point, the refrigerator completely died, or yeah, it turned off. The EcoFlow completely died. So not the Etaker's fault. If she was driving it around, you know, the refrigerator would have stayed on, because the EcoFlow would have been charging. I will say today, which is the third day it's been in here, she's ran errands, and just in running those errands, it's charged the EcoFlow up to 100%. The refrigerator is still in the back and it's still turned off. The other thing I want to say, it is hot to the touch just from running around, running errands and charging this the whole time. The other thing is, I have been trying to connect the app for probably about an hour now, and I'm following the instructions. It tells me to hit the power button twice. That middle button should start blinking. Then I hold it for 3 seconds. This light over here far left should start blinking quickly, which it still has not. And the device never shows up on the app. This is the Smart Life app. This is the app that it tells you to download. So I think that my problem is I don't have a strong enough Wi-Fi. My house is probably 20-30 feet in front of me, and that's probably where the signal ends. I'm gonna keep this set up in the vehicle for the time being, and whenever she needs the fridge, if we go on a trip, a soccer tournament or something like that, that's always going to be here ready. The EcoFlow could be added, and then the fridge added to the rear, and we have a powering device to charge our power station. What's cool about this is I can disconnect this, bring the EcoFlow inside if we're not going to use it for a week or two or a month or whatever, and I can turn this device completely off. So I do like that aspect, where if you're not using it, you could just still leave it here. It's not, draining anything. It's not pulling power. It's just sitting there. And then when we need it, we connect the EcoFlow or another Etaker device. You can also connect AGM, lithium batteries. But when I'm ready to use it, I just turn it on. Because this is an Etaker, this output here is for Etaker devices only, or Etaker batteries. So the M2000, which is their big battery bank, would just connect directly to the battery bank. This one is for any other output. So in this case, my EcoFlow I have there, or if you want AGM or lithium type batteries. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.